What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kazila ELT. And today, I want to talk to you guys about money. So, you know the expression, there are two things that are certain in life: death and taxes. But what about a salary? Do you know what you're worth? I know that when you're starting out teacher, sometimes you kind of have a doubt about how much you should be getting paid as a professional English teacher. But the thing is, sometimes when you look up jobs online, the information about your salary isn't always clear, or sometimes the employers aren't forthcoming about it until you go through the long process of doing the interview and applying for jobs and things like that. And finally, when you get that call, they might tell you something like, "Hey, I want you to work from our school. Here's $10,000 per year. Good luck." So obviously, that's a terrible offer, so don't take it. But I wanted to show you guys three very easy, quick tools that you guys can use today to find out what you should be getting paid so that you don't get screwed over. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I wanted to show you is the United States Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics website. Now, I know that this isn't the sexiest website, but I think that the data is reliable and the information is very comprehensive. And there's a lot of things you guys can look up. So, for example, if you go into subjects, you guys can check the inflation rate, pay and benefit trends throughout America, unemployment rates, employment, things like that. There's a lot of kinds of things you can do. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of these, but if you have a lot of time and if you're into this kind of stuff, then go for it. So, for the sake of our jobs and our salary, let's take a look at the search. So I'm just going to type in English as a second language. There we go, language. And I'm going to type in 2018 only because 2019 hasn't been published yet. So the last year's data is the most recent one. Okay, so when you do the search, the first thing that's going to pop up is going to be the foreign language and literature teachers. Now, I can't quite tell if the government separates, like how they categorize English as a second language. So there's the foreign language and literature teachers and post-secondary, or in my case, maybe I'm closer to the English language and literature teacher. So you guys can check both just to see. So it looks like this. So this is from May 2018. It'll tell you how many people are employed under this category throughout the US. A mean annual wage, and the percentile in terms of annual wage. So if you're getting paid like 66 grand a year, you're basically at the median. If you're the top 90%, then you'll be 135,000. So based on the industry, such as is it a four-year university, is it a junior college? It'll categorize your basically the job into different industries, and you can kind of see what the average is. So if you scroll down, you can also see the map of the states with the employment rate. So if you hover over, for example, California, there's 6,470 teachers employed under that category, and the annual mean wage is 114,000. Now, I don't know who's getting paid that much. I assume it's probably people in community colleges, because they tend to pay better, but you might have to look that up. If you're a starting teacher, you're definitely not going to find 100K jobs just like that. So just double check. So here you can see the states with the highest employment level. You can see that New York, California, and Texas are the top three. Even a location quotient. So it seems to be a lot of people in the East Coast. Annual mean wage. So once again, California seems to have one of the highest average wage. So stuff like that. It's pretty cool. You can check out, it's kind of like a big picture of, this whole industry. If you look up, let's see, not English language, foreign language and literature. So, this is Slight little difference. I think the average is slightly lower. Well, no, maybe not. It's actually a little bit higher. But yeah, so if you want to check out English and also foreign language teaching positions in post-secondary, this is something you guys can look up. Okay, so that's that's the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. I'll post a link in the description so you guys can just click on it and find the information. The next website I wanted to show you is Glassdoor. Now, maybe you've already heard of this before, but basically it has a collection of different types of jobs and what people are paying for those type of positions. So, for example, this is the main page, and you go to salaries, and let's just type in, it can try different keywords. So I'm just going to try ESL teacher just to start, and I'm just going to say, Los Angeles, California. Click search. And here we go. So it'll kind of tell you what the average pay looks like. So you can change the industry. So for example, education schools, it goes down slightly. Company size, so depending on the size of the school or the university, the pay changes. All right, you can kind of adjust it and see what it looks like. Years of experience, so if you're brand new, 46 seems to be the average. If you're teaching, 10 to 14 years, I guess you only go up by $16,000, unfortunately, as an average. But that's a base pay. So if you were to change your job and start over again, highest on here says 73,000. So maybe this one's a little bit more accurate because it's very specific about what kind of teacher you are, as opposed to the this website. They kind of bunch everyone together. So yeah, so Glassdoor, you can check it out. So you can even check, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the hourly wage depending on where you're teaching. UC Irvine definitely went up quite a bit. They weren't paying this much when I was working there. All right, let's move on. So that's Glassdoor. So the next website is the compensation at the University of California. So let's say that you want to work at a public university system. So I know that at least in California, I guess the universities or the schools have to actually post the salary of the people that are working there. So here you can see, you can search by calendar, by location, so different UC campus, UCLA. And then, so here's the thing, you can actually search a job that's specific for ESL only because in the title, there's no such thing as ESL faculty. Like, you have to actually just simply search faculty. So you're going to see a bunch of names pop up with their the salary pay. You'll see like how much they make in a year with their name and things like that. So if you know someone who works in the university, type out their name and see how much they make. And you can kind of gauge, what the salary range is for the university you want to teach at. So I know this is possible for University of California. I'm not exactly sure for universities in other states, but that's one way you can check out your salary or potential salary. So the last website I wanted to share with you is transparentcalifornia.com. And supposedly it's the California's largest public pay and pension database. So if you look up here, you can check or view all the salary records by the agency type. So there's cities, counties, university system, community colleges, K through 12, charter schools, and so on. So yeah, it's pretty detailed. So let's take a look. Let's just type in ESL instructor, right? Let's just search, right? So here you can see the regular pay, other pay, total pay, benefits, and so on. And obviously you can see the job title and where, which colleges or which schools pay this much amount. So yeah, I mean, it's very simple to use, but I think it'll be helpful for you if you are trying to gauge, what each school is paying based on your job position. All right, guys, so those are the tools I wanted to share with you today. So take a look at the salary range, see what the market is doing and what everyone's paying. And make sure to pick a place where you want to be early so that you have some time to work your way up there. All right, so if you have any comments or questions, suggestions, please comment below. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I wish you guys the best of luck. Have a great day. See you guys next time.